For today's video, I'm turning my Christmas nails that I have on into my chrome nails. So for this video, my nail drill died, so I'm using this little drill from Fancy, and it's enough to get gel off, but I wouldn't recommend it for taking down acrylic. But here I'm just putting on a fresh band, and then I am pushing my cuticles back with a wood stick. That's always the first step that I do, and then I am turning my dust collector on. And this little drill is battery powered, which is not the most convenient because I've noticed that after just doing this set, the batteries had already been drained. It takes AAA, but it does the job, and I am grateful that I had this in the moment when I needed it. And here I'm just speeding up the process of taking the gel off. It does a pretty good job taking the gel off, but it is very time consuming, so I thought I would speed up the process. And for time's sake, I'm not going to bother me doing the other hand. And here I'm just using a hand file. I will kind of go back and forth between prepping my cuticle area and then shaping and shortening the nails, and just kind of prepping for a fill and doing kind of an all-around rebalance. So I'll kind of just go back and forth between shortening and reshaping the nails to how I like them and want them. And here I am just switching heads on my Fancy drill. This one I find helps me kind of get a little bit closer to the cuticle area. Now that I've got the prep done, I am getting ready to do the initial fill with gel. This is something that I like doing because I'm not really great at acrylic. So I will put a layer or two of gel down first to make sure that I don't have any lifting, especially since I'm still very much beginner in acrylic. So here I'm just taking some gel, and I'm taking care not to touch the skin and just kind of filling in. And before I do a fill, I always make sure that there's no lifting, and if there's any acrylic or gel that has been lifted, I always file that off before filling with gel. Here I'm just curing and then wiping with rubbing alcohol to take off the sticky, tacky layer. Okay, so next we're going into the acrylic part. Do not judge me, do not come at me. I am a beginner when it comes to acrylic. So the reason I don't just do gel all the way and I do acrylic is because I find that, at least for me, I find when I do acrylic, it goes a lot faster, and it's just, I feel like it is stronger than gel, and I don't know, I just prefer doing a little bit of gel and then going in with the acrylic. Something that is really, really hard for me is to do the cuticle area, and I know that's really tough when you're learning acrylic, but I am learning. It's a very long process, and I am self-taught, so I did not go to school. I'm just teaching myself, so yeah, don't judge me too much. Since I'm a beginner in acrylic, that is, like I said, one of the main reasons that I like to put a layer of gel down first, because before I had done that, I wasn't super good at doing acrylic around the cuticle area, and I had a lot of lifting. So that is one of the reasons I do the gel. As I am continuing to learn with acrylic, I feel like it helps me have a little bit more of a peace of mind. So yeah, that's why I do that. I find that for me, the easiest way to do acrylic is in very, very, very small beads. And sometimes I still get bigger beads than I want. I'm still learning how to be in control completely with acrylic. All right, so after I have my fill in with acrylic, I'm going to put everything away. And then I will clean out my brush with monomer, make sure that there's no acrylic stuck or left in my brush, because I've done that many a time. And then I'm just wiping off the excess of the monomer. All right, so bringing back my nail dust collector, and then I'm gonna smooth and polish the acrylic fill that I just did, make sure that everything is even. I will usually do a mixture of my nail drill and my hand file. So now I'm getting ready to do the gel polish coat. I am using this color from Laguna Moon. And I am just going in with very, very thin coat to start with. And like I said, I'll speed this process up. I find that it's better to do multiple thin coats than to try to get away with a thick coat, because if you do a thick coat, at least with this gel polish, it will peel and not cure correctly. So and I'm making sure that I don't have any on the sides on my skin, and then sticking that in for a few seconds to cure, and then going in with another coat. I tried to make sure that I got it all off my skin, but I still somehow managed to get gel in other places where it shouldn't have been. I don't know how that happens, but it's probably because it's really hard to do your nails and film at the same time, and my ring light and phone were in front of my face and I couldn't really see what I was doing. So, all right, after that I have my top coat from Chiara Sky, and then I am just curing that. And this is a chrome that I picked up, and it is so beautiful. I'm literally so obsessed with this chrome because it's kind of white, but it's got like pink and purple and blue tones in it as well. And this is where the magic happens. I love doing this step. Watching it just rub onto the nail is extremely satisfying. I've done these nails multiple times just because I love it so much. I don't get sick of it. It's so much fun. I can see why it's definitely popular because it's so cute. So here I'm just making sure to rub it in everywhere. It's a little bit time consuming, but it's, like I said, it's really, really satisfying to do. Kind of gets powder everywhere, but it's just part of the process. Go. I love how it looks, and I'm just trying to wipe off the excess powder before I go in with top coat one more time, and then I will cure it. I always have to be careful applying top coat because I can't tell sometimes when I get it on my skin, and I have a tendency to apply it a little too thick, so I'm trying to teach myself to go thinner with my top coat. To cure, and then I'm finished. These are the finished nails. I will always go in with some cuticle oil when I'm done, just to kind of rehydrate the cuticle area, especially since I kind of nicked myself with the file a few times. Like I said, it was really hard to do this and film at the same time, but yeah, these are the chrome nails, finished chrome nails. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.